I've been reviewing cars for just on 14 years now, and an important part of that whole review process for me is understanding each car's specific target market and the unique needs of those consumers. Essentially, trying to get into their lives and into their headspace. Now, as you can imagine, for me, it's going to be a lot easier with certain cars than others. With the Kia Carnival, I think I might need to bring in the experts.
USB plugs.
Yeah, look, I can charge my
Same.
thingy tablet.
Look how big the windows are. So cool. And there's even aircon.
There's like aircon.
Look the what you call it? Sunroof. That's cool.
And then they also have USB ports back here.
Oh, cool.
And these little window things open and close.
How big is the boot?
It has like armrest.
Yeah.
2 armrests. And the seat goes back. And these chairs go back and forward.
And the doors are electric.
Electric doors.
The boot's electric.
So the sunroof, it's nice and big.
Yeah. And look, there's 2. And there's even a rat. Look, there's another sunroof.
There's this.
It's really cool.
It's a very good car. Yeah, if we go to
Yeah.
Kruger, this will be like
Yeah, it'll be
It'll be
like
nice.
that. There's so
It'll be
much
Kruger.
space. You could put your tablet and then charge.
Yeah. Dad must get one.
You should. You can just chill with that. Put your seat back.
You can sleep in this car.
Back up. And it even has a compass over there.
Yeah, there's like a big TV screen.
Hope it's also fast. Does it have sport mode?
Different markets, different names, same damn good offering. This is the 4th generation Carnival, nay Grand Sedona as we always know it here in South Africa. And I really loved the previous generation because it delivered everything that you want from a multi-purpose vehicle, but packaged with car-like characteristics. And this latest generation has just got better. Carnival runs on Kia's latest N3 platform, which is also doing duty on the all-new Sorento. It is lighter and it is stronger, and with them using this ultra high strength steel, it adds a lot more rigidity, and of course that in turn then delivers a way more dynamic drive. And here's the thing, because of this driving position, it's so easy to forget that you're in actual fact driving in a people mover and not in some low-slung sedan. And on these beautiful sweeping roads that we're on, it's so easy to get sucked into a more spirited driving style. And it's at this point, as the driver, and probably more importantly for your passengers, that they are so stoked that you're not trying to propel a high-riding box through the sweeps. drive I absolutely love because they've got that balance just right. It is not wallowy, nor is it overly firm. And what is cool with this platform is that they have ramped up the soundproofing and the insulation. Less wind, road, engine noise. So that ensures the interior comfort matches the luxury look and feel of the Carnival. Kia's bold signature SUV styling has found its way to the Carnival, and it certainly commands your attention, but its face isn't in yours. No ridiculously oversized greater grille, but rather a sophisticated refresh of their Tiger Nose one. I love how creative they've got with their dual LED headlights and daytime running lights on the higher spec models. Distinctive day or night. And with those dramatic bonnet lines and bumper creases, this is clearly not a MPV box. The wheel arches are flared, with our SX Limited model sizing up from 18-inch alloys to these striking 19-inch wheels. Adding some character to the Carnival's large extended profile is the bold cut line, linking front with rear lights, which run the width of the tailgate, and our LED combination lamps in our higher spec Carnival, creating yet another distinctive design element. The tailgate spoiler with integrated brake light, chrome roof rails, and the skid plates reinforce the SUV-like styling, but I love how they've carried the upmarket C-pillar detailing through to the inside. And what a sophisticated space. Good quality materials, high gloss black surfaces with feature chrome touches, and the two-tone leather treatment ensure the Carnival delivers a truly premium cabin. I love the slimline air vents and the split level dash, which emphasizes the openness up front. The standard 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system is well integrated and runs both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The top spec SXL sees our traditional instrument cluster morph into one continuous 12.3-inch TFT display. What is impressive for me is just the level of comfort and space for a guy my size sitting all the way in the third row. Accessing the cabin, very, very easy. The minute that you go into the EX Plus and above, they then add in the power doors. You can open and close them remotely. I've got buttons to the right of my steering, and obviously when you're in the car, they've got buttons on the B pillar. And when you do also spec up from EX to EX Plus and above, they then ramp up the USBs. There's 7 charging points throughout the vehicle, so literally wherever you sit, there's a place for you to plug and charge your phone. They really have thought about everything. This is business class comfort. Their brilliant 2.2 litre CRD turbo diesel engine is still powering the Carnival. It's obviously been uprated. We've now got 148 kilowatts and a very impressive 440 Newton meters. But the thing for me is the marriage of that really good engine with their 8-speed traditional automatic transmission. That really does ensure that you are getting the best out of the package. It delivers a really smooth, superb drive. The upshifts are, you don't even notice them. And I know our higher spec vehicles do come with the paddle shifters. Unnecessary, you don't even need it. Just leave it in auto and let the gearbox and engine pairing figure out what they want to do. What is standard across all the Carnivals is the drive mode selector. So there you've got your eco mode, normal, you've got sport mode, and then a smart mode that's obviously adapting to your driving style. I wouldn't bother with sport mode. To be fair, on our road trip, I've kept it in eco mode because I prefer the throttle less sensitive, and even in eco mode, its ability to smoothly respond to any uphills, any accelerations or overtakes I need to do, seamless, really, really good. But talking about eco mode, what has been really impressive is the economical nature of this package. At no point on our entire trip have we gone over 7 litres per 100. I mean, that is really amazing. I think it's something that Kia have certainly worked on, because I remember driving the 1.5 litre diesel in the Seltos and equally being impressed with the amazing consumption figures we were getting. And with this engine being uprated, the CO2 figures they've also been reduced. So it's good news all around for your pocket and for the environment.
Yeah, listen, this car is amazing. With mine, I need to be a Tetris champion to get everything in, and there isn't a space for a mouse after. So the loading is super easy, the chairs fold in. There's no brute force needed to get them down. It's all very, very easy to do. And what's really nice is that I've got access from the back and the sides. So, you know, you can slide things and do what you need to do. What was also quite nice is that, you know, because it's quite low, I don't have to bench press things up to lift it into my car. And I can fit 4 people in with double my stand.
And for those of you that find the big top arena space in the Carnival just not enough, the cool thing is you can hitch your trailer. It's got a 1.5 ton brake to towing capacity. Oh, and a high five to Kia for the steering. It's got a really good feel, and more importantly, it's just really well weighted for this application. And with all of the adjustments on the wheel with heightened reach and the electric adjustments on the driver's seat, as the captain of this private jet, my comfort is ensured as well. I mustn't forget visibility. Brilliant, no blind spots. And I know it can be quite intimidating when you look at the dimensions and proportions of the Carnival. You might think quite a difficult thing to manage. Not at all. It actually feels a lot smaller than what it really is from a driving perspective. What's also been really impressive is the high level of safety that's now been included with their advanced driver assistance systems now being standard on your higher spec SX Limited and SXL. So this includes your around view monitors. You've got those 4 cameras that give you that 360 perspective, which is great for maneuvering the Carnival around parking lots. And then obviously there's rear cross traffic and forward collision avoidance systems. Both are going to actually have the Carnival applying brakes to help you avoid a collision. Blind spot detection, they're lane keeping, so it picks up the road markings and makes sure that if you are straying, it brings you back in line. There's also adaptive cruise control, which I've used extensively on the trip. It works fairly well, but I have caught it out a few times when you're going through sweeps and I've got a vehicle that I'm overtaking next to me and sometimes gets a fright and hits on the brakes. Now, you know how manufacturers like to tell you they've created their own segment, or they try to shoehorn models into spaces that don't exist. Well, in this case, there certainly is a gap in the market, because you've got your SUVs and you've got your very box-like traditional minibuses, MPVs, and in the middle, well, that is where Kia's Carnival fits in. Remember the old Chrysler Grand Voyager? Absolutely loved that vehicle, probably the only Chrysler that I did. Well, this is the space that Kia with the Carnival absolutely owns. I love the fact that it is car-like, because it makes it very easy to access, it makes it easy to load things in. Something that for me has also been so unique is that in your second row you've got windows that actually open like they would in a car or an SUV. You don't get that in the buses. They're either sealed, you've got a little pop window that you've got to look through. A couple of things that I think Kia could look at. I think they've done a great job in terms of how they've spec'd their vehicles, but the fact that the 8th seat is only available in the middle spec EX Plus is probably right if you consider that is where that consumer is probably going to spend their money. But I think having that as an option would be a great idea. Perhaps having a workspace like the table that you get in the Carnival and the V-Class, I think is amazing. I love it. But I mean, these are little things that they can obviously add to their specification and their offering. But you know, I look at this vehicle and I think, geez, like I need to rent a family, or maybe I must open some high-end luxury shuttle service. Or maybe I must just convert this into a motorhome. I can tell you now, my 3 dogs would be absolutely stoked. It really is a solid offering, and I guess the name says it all, Carnival, because it's a flippin' fantastic car that can fit all of your friends, all of your stuff in comfort.